So yesterday I have seen a video of Electroboom, which is one of my most favorite YouTube creators. If you're into electrical stuff or if you just like to see a man get zapped by electricity, I should recommend him to you. But let's watch the video he posted, and I thought that I have to, explain to be a little bit instructive. So let's watch it together.
Hi, there is this big Twitter account called World of Engineering that posts interesting engineering facts and questions, and they posted this thing that drove me nuts. Nuts! Let's read it together. Imagine a 747 is sitting on a conveyor belt as wide and long as a runway. The conveyor belt is designed to exactly match the speed of the wheels moving in the opposite direction. Can the plane take off? Now, I really want you to think about the answer. Take your time. Maybe leave a comment about it here.
And I want you also to think about the answer, especially if you had any high school physics or that stuff. I'm pretty sure you should be able to answer. Or if you have any, engineering background or knowledge. But yeah, so he continues, he's ranting a little bit about, that the assumptions you are given that are not, that you don't have enough information. Where are we? Are we on Earth? Are we on Mars? What's the density of the air? Blah, 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 and that sort of stuff, But usually when it comes to this stuff, with these imaginary problems, they only let you know the things that matter. Everything else, you can assume that is normal. So it is Earth and that stuff. So yeah. So we have a plane that is trying to take off. So its engines are sucking in air and pushing it backwards, and thus pushing the airplane forwards. But the conveyor belt is going the opposite direction with the same speed as the plane is going forward. So from our perspective, it seems like that the plane is standing still. So the question is, can the plane take off? So if we let the plane be here for a very long time, the speed of the plane relative to the conveyor belt will be very high. But what makes plane fly? That's something called hydrodynamic lift, or maybe you know this by the Bernoulli's principle. Basically, if you have a difference of pressure, that's what causes certain forces. Wings are such shape that on the top, they create a higher velocity of air than under the wing. Thus, on top, we have a lower pressure value, and because of that, we get a force that's acting towards the lower pressure. You can imagine that the wing from down is pushing up, or that because of the lack of pressure, the upper part of the wing is being pulled up. And this force, it's proportional to the speed of the plane to the air. You can try this thingy yourself if you wanna see, if you don't believe me. Take a piece of paper that's relatively long but not too heavy, place it in front of your mouth and blow air over it. You will see that instead of, hanging down as you blow air, the piece of paper will try to be straight as you are blowing the air out of your mouth. Here I made that experiment, but because I'm alone and it's hard to record myself, I taped a piece of paper, as you can see here, on a shelf thingy, and I'll be using the hair dryer to simulate the wind, the air passing. And you can see as I turn on the thing, you can see the paper is rising, and at the end I can even put the hair dryer straight. So now that we covered the principle, let's talk about engines. So engines on an airplane, either, if they are jet engines or jet propulsion or jet turbo, whatever you have, they just push air. In these cases of their propeller shaft, they pull air. I mean, they either push the plane through the air or they pull, they're just pushing you forward. But if there is no wind going over the wings, it does not matter, you know. And also, if you would have a propeller shaft, that wind would be too slow to cause any significant lift. So the answer is no, the plane cannot take off. I hope that you found this video interesting, guys. This was just a short one. It was, you know, to teach you something, and also, you know, mostly to teach.